All right. We back on the scene again with another episode of No Feelings, Just Facts. I'm your own Clevonne here on the scene with Miss Tosha V. And this is a place where, hey, we going to give you some info and some dialogue to help you grow. That's what it's all about. Today, we got a great show coming up, and we got a great guest. One of the up-and-coming artists right now, and I mean, he really doing it. And this is one of our favorites. So we gonna have to let his video do an introduction by itself. So wait, play the video real quick. Just play it.
See, I smell real good, like a big rump roast, chocolate thick boy, and I don't mean to boast, just cool like that, yeah, the boy so cold, anything that I touch, multiply tenfold, you ain't talking business, you can keep that in, cause it don't make sense if you ain't talking Benjamin, plug the boy in here, keep shit lit, give him a coin and sit back, watch him write these hits, I'm a bad bitch, check your nigga phone, I'm on the wish list, I don't even want him, can't get this, breezy like a fan, baby girl, you can keep him, I don't even want your man. I'm a bad bitch. Check your nigga phone. I'm on his wish list. I don't even want him. Can't get this. Breezy like a fan, baby girl. You can keep him. I don't even want your man. Have a seat, girl. You're fucking up my swag.
Oh, hey, that's the guest right there, Mr. Bergo Husky on the scene right now. But what's going on?
Hey, you guys.
What's happening? Wait. Hey, can our engineer just play a little sample of the music again really quick? While he on?
I don't fuck with your hoe, so you might want to pedal. Have a seat,
girl.
Cause that show ain't Mac, that mean you too damn close.
I can see your tracks.
Have a seat,
girl.
Please get back and let a big bitch show you how to flip this pack.
Hey.
Hey, look.
You cannot sit still when that beat drops.
For real. Look. I don't care, for real, because somebody gonna tell me, talking about, do you know what type of music it is? It's some good ass music. Get your ass out my face, dummy. Hey, look, we definitely support you for real, and we thank you for joining us on the scene because you are making an impact more than you actually know for where you are and what's going on. So it's great to have you on this day right now.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so very much. I've been doing this for a long time.
Like, wait, how long you been on it for?
20 years, over 20 years.
Wow.
So it's like everything's coming full circle. And
okay.
For my art to finally be appreciated after all of the homophobia and backlash that, me and other legendary LGBTQ plus artists received, it's just like it's this enormous like feeling of gratefulness of I'm just like, God has been good to me. Y'all don't even understand, so I am just glad to be here.
Well, look, we really want to reach out to you because we've been following you and we love the fact that you are comfortable within your skin, seriously, and just how you can just put out the information and just the impact. We love your art too. Love your art. Love the way your mind works. And also listening to you in different interviews, I want to tell you, I got to give you props for sticking to the vision. And the reason I'm telling you that is because most people will judge you based upon where you are, and you're constantly speaking into existence where you're going. And I got to give you props on that, hands down.
Well, thank you so very much. It's been, like I said, it's been a long road, and like I said, it came full circle. So I know what's happening is out of worldly. I know it's not of mine. I just have a gift, and I got to the point where I chose not to hold on to that gift anymore. God, and the ancestors told me, look, girl, boy, whatever, it's time to let the world know there are other people. I might be regular degular, have hard features, whatever, according to them, but there's room for me too. It's enough money for everybody. I don't understand why I can't have it.
And they print it every day too. They print money every day. And I got to ask you a question. How did you come up with the name Bergo Husky?
Well, to be honest, I was going through this breakup.
Okay.
And I wanted to start a new Instagram. I call it a Hostagram page. So my regular Instagram was just, me, family, school friends, things of that nature, and I wanted something for the gays.
Okay.
So I like the sound of Bergo Trusky.
Mm.
And my niece, Yummy, shout out to her. She was like, Uncle, you husky. Why don't you use husky? So we ran with that.
Okay.
And then I started sharing old music. And, throughout the breakup and stuff, it just like ignited my pen. And here we are. A year later, all of these platforms are, looking for me. I've been offered a deal, but
Nice.
she said, no, you don't write these songs, you don't get no publishing.
Wait, now
So,
I gotta say too, because listening to a lot of your music and how one of the parts where one of your songs where you was like suffocating these niggas like a CPAP, I was like, this motherfucker thinking outside the box. Hey,
no, I was thinking about my machine that's back there that I gotta clean out. So I was just, I got up to like 300 pounds. So
okay.
it just, I don't know. I just come up with like lines, and I guess people think that they're abstract. Sometimes when I write lines, I don't even know that the wordplay is like that much. I got a line like that says I'm on Juicebox saying something about sniff this crack, and it's about like totally about the crack epidemic. How it hit and all of that, and people just as soon my engineer was like, that's nasty, So, but it's wordplay. I love hip hop. I look at hip hop as a sport. So everything that I write, I'm writing as far as like if I was a Billboard top 10 artist, I'm going for that number one spot every time I write. So that's how I write. Thank you for appreciating me.
Man.
What I appreciate is the feel good music.
Yes.
Because when you start with your lyrics and the beat, it's like you cannot sit still.
Nope.
Like even when it was playing the video, we was up here dancing.
I feel good.
Yeah, so it's one of them things where if you're in that mode, you just put on one of the Bergo songs and just what I'm saying, feel better.
For real. I was like my daughter danced to it. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Bergo, the music came out of depression. I was at the point, even this past summer, because Have a Seat, we dropped that the beginning of last year.
Okay.
And it was more so I just didn't want to make my life is very intricate. There's a lot of trauma, things of that nature. And all of my friends always tell me you should write a book, you should do this, or you should do more music and I tell them, I don't want to, if I'm going to the studio, I do not want to think about depression. Life is depressing enough. We are in a whole panoramic, whatever what I'm gonna say, panoramic. So yeah, it's just too much going on. So I choose to do things that uplift not only other people but uplift me. Like when Have a Seat comes on, I can be in here, depressed and house messed up. It'll make me get up and want to do something. So that's what I've been gearing like my music towards. I just don't want to be in that realm anymore.
I got to ask this question. How has your love life impacted this new journey that you're on right now? I got to ask you that question as well.
Well, my love life has really there's a new single coming out. It's more so of a promo single, and you'll see that the eras are, I write in eras, and I write, really how I'm feeling. So you'll see with the new song how it's really impacted. But my life has just done like a full 180.
Yes.
Y'all know
don't do 360. Don't do 360. 180 is good.
Look, my degree carries a concentration in English and music. When it comes to that math, it looks a little Chinese to me. No shade, I can't read Chinese. So if I get to messing up some numbers, it is what it is. I got a friend for that. But my life has changed. He's amazing.
Okay.
I've never been in anything that wasn't toxic. Not saying that it was the other person. I'm growing too. So, I haven't always been perfect. So this relationship is like a breath of fresh air. it's easy to love my partner.
Mm.
Very easy.
Nice.
And I thank God every day that he's been this merciful, or she,
Okay.
or they,
Mm-hmm.
have been so merciful to me to give me such a humble
That's dope.
and precious soul as my partner. He's the sweetest guy I've ever met in my whole entire
That's
life. His
dope.
smile lights up a room. So, I'm just, yeah,
You in
I'm
love.
And
in,
You in love.
yeah,
Yeah, what did you
very
say?
much
The
so. I'm
boys
going to
in
marry
love.
him.
did I hear you correctly that you say you have a degree in music?
I have a degree that carries the concentration in English and music.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I had to towards the end, because money was running out. I
I
had
know
to
how it
switch
goes.
my major to a more ambiguous, um, from, But I actually majored in English, but
Okay.
we went throughout my collegiate career. There's been a lot. I've lost my brother. My father got sick, and it
Oh.
got so bad to where like I was going to appointments and had to leave the car running heat full blast because it's like 20 degrees
Mhm.
outside, but I have to be in class. But my dad has to be at an appointment at a certain time. And because of finances, like
Yeah.
I can't run back and forth. So we had to do, it was a lot.
Right.
So I ended up staying in school a little bit longer than I wanted to. So because I took several breaks, but I finished. My aunt told me, she said, it took her 30 years, but she said she got it, and
Uh-huh.
that's all that mattered.
Wait, now wait, what college did you go to?
The illustrious Fayetteville State University of North Carolina. I am a former marching Bronco. I played trombone, former trombone section leader. I played trumpet, euphonium,
Mm.
um,
Yeah, I
a
did
few
see
other
that you played
things.
a lot of different instruments. I heard you in one of your interviews where you say you played multiple instruments.
Yeah, I play brass. My trombone's in there. I just don't mess with it. When I
Oh,
came back, I think see, I wasn't even trying to join the band. So
okay.
I ended up meeting some band members. I was an older student. All I want to do is get out of class, go home, make my drink, you know what I'm saying? Write my papers, do what I got to do. But I ended up meeting one of the students, and fast forward, I had a lot of students that ended up staying with me
Mm.
on break because they were going through difficulties in their home. So I was dropping some of them off at band camp,
Okay.
and I happened to know the director because I took music appreciation, and he knew that I was an instrumentalist, and it was a small band. They were still rebuilding the program from a big hit,
Mhm.
and he was like, I need you to try out. I'm like, I ain't picked up my instrument in 10 years, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the whole band calling me Mama Twine. That's what they call me still till today.
I
They know
love
if they
it.
come to me, I'll feed them, clothe them,
That's
house
dope.
them. I made sure people had deodorant. If I smelled somebody at the school and they needed to wash their clothes, I pull them to the side. You come on to my
That's what's
house,
up.
wash your clothes, things of that nature. So I am a proud Bronco. I'm a third
Dope.
generation Bronco. I chose that school because my grandmother, after 12 kids,
Mm.
and I was already born. I'm not
Mhm.
going to say what year, but if I was born, it had to be at least 15 grandkids. She
Oh,
went back, graduated with honors with her
dope.
degree in sociology from Fayetteville State. So I came home specifically to graduate from that alma mater, and it was, I did it because of her. I was like, well, if she did it
Mhm.
with all of that, then I there should be no problem with me doing it.
Got
And
you.
it's probably the greatest achievement I've ever achieved.
How has your family support been like through the whole journey of you actually doing music, what you've been through? How has that dynamic been as you've grown?
Everybody in those videos are my cousins.
Love it.
Dope.
Everybody. My
Dope.
brother's in one of the videos. My brother's a recluse, but he's like really, really funny and all of this. He graduated from North Carolina Central.
Okay.
So he's an artist, and he's in one of the videos, and he has like the best part. There are band members from Fayetteville State in the videos,
Dope.
dancers, friends that I grew up with. It's a
Mm.
video I have called Straight Like That. And it's just a cookout at my house. That's my whole family. So you
Oh, that's
have
dope.
psychologists in the room. You
Hmm.
have hood. Can I say words on
Yes,
this
Yes, you can
go
say
ahead.
podcast?
whatever you want.
Wait,
Okay, you
hold on,
got
hold on.
hood
Let them
niggas.
use you. Let them use you. Let them use you.
Okay, I tell people this all the time. You got excuse me, bitches that used to sell pussy, but and
Mhm.
then you got niggas that used to sell drugs, people who have changed their lives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
have little RJ in the video, my little cousin singing in the video, who hopefully, once she gets of age, she'll
Okay.
be, I'll be on a platform where I can bring her into the
Dope.
business too. But my aunts are in the video, my cousins. It's a lot of symbolism. If you look at that video, there are kids in the house,
Mhm.
but as you come into the house, we're standing, with our defense, and it's all of, it's the first line is right there, and it kind of symbolizes that whatever's behind this door you can't penetrate.
I love
And
that.
so my
Nice. That's
family
so
has
dope.
been absolutely I'm talking about amazing. I have something coming up. Shout out to my cousin Big Boy. He has the big dreads. He's
Mhm.
in
Okay.
just about every video. And my cousins aren't LGBTQ at all. They're
I
just,
heard you say that
we
before.
just we're just tight like that, and they don't,
That's
they don't
dope.
care. They've been rocking with me like they're my drinking partners.
Right.
So like, Big Boy I ordered some shirts and didn't even know. I just received a message from this clothing line saying, your cousin paid for your hoodies. You don't have to worry about it. I'll
Dope.
have them there
Oh.
on Friday. So it's been so much
That's
love. Like
dope.
my aunt is a psychologist. I talk to her all the time about, how I feel,
That's
things of
dope.
that nature. She is like, I've watched her take vision boards. When I first moved home, we were in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. My
Okay.
aunt is in a gated Republican community with
Not
deers.
Republican.
Republic. That's the code word.
Right.
Okay, I grew up
Ah.
in this neighborhood. My grandparents were redlined into this neighborhood. They're gentrifying it
Mhm.
right now, and every time I ride over there, I cry.
Okay.
But so like they were redlined into this neighborhood, and there was this one house on the street. Like, we were kids, we couldn't run through their
Hmm.
yard.
Mhm.
They barely spoke, and their house still, if you ride down the street right now, it still looks different. So Coco, which is somebody I grew up with, we grew up in the neighborhood like family. We're generations deep.
Mhm.
They don't make neighborhoods like this
Right.
anymore.
Nope.
So Coco came up with the name Republican. She's been calling them Republicans since we were 6 years old, and we just run with it. But see, we're not talking about these new age, 1, 2
Right.
Uh-huh.
uh, Republicans scaling the
Uh-huh.
Capitol wall. We're talking about,
Mhm.
Old
the
school.
Reagan. You know what I'm saying?
Very
That
conservative. Right.
yeah. So
I'm with you.
but
Let me ask
hmm
you this question. Do you do any dedications to your mom? Let me ask you that question. Because
yes,
I heard the
yes,
background story.
definitely.
Do you do any dedication music or just celebratory type of deals on behalf of your mom and your father?
If if you're going straight like that, there's
Okay.
a part of the video where at the end there's a RIP, in remembrance of.
Okay.
And those are like, my village. I called everybody, send in pictures and all of this. So you see my uncle, my brother, my mom and dad sitting there. You see my aunt, you see friends. We had just lost little Frankie to I don't necessarily know what it was, but so I'm not gonna speculate,
Okay.
but there's been a lot of they're cutting things with what is it?
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Fentanyl, yeah. So we've
Okay.
lost a lot of people in our community.
Okay.
And I'm not, even though I don't do certain things,
Mhm.
unfortunately, being from the hood, people have become addicted to certain things, and we've lost many, many people in our community recently. So he's memorialized in that. Then I have a video called "Stop It." It's a small, short video, and it
Okay.
starts off in the country, and my mother's grave is the first part of that visual.
Oh.
Then it goes to her brother's grave. Then that's
Oh.
my family church where it says the sign, and then the dirt road that I'm standing on is my great grandmother's dirt road. So every video that you see, there is some type of symbolism and homage towards the ancestors. I'm
And I
gonna tell
noticed
you,
that. I noticed that because I noticed that you were wearing a sweatshirt with Marsha P. Johnson on it.
yes,
And I thought that
ma'am.
was
Yeah.
so dope.
Was that your mom? Is that picture?
No, that was
No,
Marsha P. Johnson.
Oh, okay.
She was a, go
Marsha
ahead.
P. Johnson
Mhm.
is one of the most slept on civil rights activists of all time. She and many others started the Stonewall movement, which is the reason why I'm able to sit comfortably right here
Okay.
It was
Dope.
a gay rights
without.
movement. She was a transgender.
Oh, okay.
She was a
Yeah,
dope
and she
individual.
was
Very dope.
I didn't know that.
she actually lost her life in the water down there by Christopher Street. What do they call it? The little river thing. I've only been up there like twice. I
Okay.
don't really go up north that much, but they still haven't found her killer.
Right.
As I have something
Now,
like
let me.
Right.
that in my
Let,
family, and so it's a lot. If you look at the videos and pay, we be on a tight budget because
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this is no PPP. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
can see my
Right.
pasties be falling off.
hey,
You know what
wait,
I'm
real
saying?
quick,
All types of stuff.
wait, real quick. Do you
They
got on
falling
your?
off now.
Do you have on your signature pasties right now? Do
Yes,
you have
I
it?
do. Hold on.
Shake them, shake them.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna get my husband mad at me. He does not look. He supports me
Mm-hmm.
1000%, but he
That's
just doesn't like the Bergo get up.
okay.
So
So
yeah.
it's some
So
compromise in
y'all are gonna get
relationship
me
for
in
real. So
trouble.
look, when you're in a
So
relationship, it is compromise. We got to throw that out there.
what I would like to know more of is your creative process. When you sit down to write a song, right? Do you have to be in a mood or is it just something that is free flowing for you? What's that process like?
Good question.
Usually the production speaks to me.
Mm.
So like if I hear the production, whatever, it starts coming out. So and I'm always in the mood, like, I'll go through 100 different beats, to
Okay.
Yeah.
find what I need, because I do not want to be like most of my throwaways are like the intimate songs.
Mm.
I just don't want to be like that. I don't want to do deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just
Right.
want to make bops. I want to
Hmm.
build generational wealth. I'm tired of, like, my family has been through so much trauma. And I just, even if it takes the sacrifice of my life, I'm willing to do that to break the cycle, so that my nieces and their children and their children's children
Hmm.
and their children's children have a better opportunity at life. And then what's going on with the environment, we don't even know if that's going to happen.
Right.
So,
Let
I'm big on keeping my carbon imprint down too.
Mm.
let me make two one suggestion really quick and then one question. One suggestion I would foresee like how your music is. I could foresee that on a video game as well.
Mm.
I could totally foresee that on a video game. You know when they're creating the players and all that, and you just hear the beat. So I smell good.
Listen.
Hey, look, hey, I'm telling you that would be so dope. It's something to think about. The other thing I heard you mention in past tense when you said a person can overwrite or underwrite a song. I've never heard nobody say that.
Yeah, they
That was
can. They do it
dope.
all the time. They do it all the time. I don't know what's going on with this. If you listen, I'm big on song structure.
Okay.
So I also have, I develop artists, I write and arrange vocals. Hold Me Down. Matter of fact, I'll try to email it while we're on. If you get a chance
Okay.
to go on my YouTube, that's the next promo thing coming out. But Hold Me Down, I wrote and arranged the whole thing. The only thing I didn't arrange was the ad libs. I let the singers handle that themselves.
Okay.
But it's very, very, very simple.
Okay.
I in that one song alone, there's only one verse.
Mm.
And then on the second verse, I bring back in 8 bars. If you listen to
I heard it.
Have a Seat is 8, and then then that kind of refrain, that pre-hook,
Uh-huh.
and then it's a new 8, and then that pre-hook, and at the beginning of it, there's I don't even give the full hook. I let the hook kind of go into the first verse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's really it's more to it than what people think. But
Oh
I
yeah.
do, of course, can they override it? Yeah. I grew up on I think Mariah is a phenomenal writer.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Missy Elliott.
Mm.
I've
Oh,
been I
love.
used to wait like for her CD to come out and everything like that.
Yes.
And one thing I noticed in adulthood is Missy don't really be talking about nothing. She didn't have to.
Right.
It was her style. It was
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
her delivery. I'm a big Foxy fan. Foxy, I think,
Yes.
has out of all of the female rappers of all time, Foxy, her delivery is
Phenomenal.
freaking crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
love Babyface. If we're talking
Yes.
about writers, I'm a Erica Badu is more abstract, but I'm a huge Erica Badu fan. As far as the new people, SZA, Ari, Summer Walker, I love Lucky Day. And if you listen to Lucky Day's first album,
Mhm.
like Roll Some More and it's technicalities to it.
Right.
Him and D Mal are geniuses.
Who would you love
And
to work with?
That's a good question.
I'm everybody. Um, I
If
would
you
love
had
to
to
work
open
with.
up for an artist, right?
Yes.
If you got a phone call later on today, who would you want to open up for?
On the spot.
That's hard. Maybe like somebody like Rihanna or
Okay.
Beyonce or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just for because I have to think about safety and my
Oh.
family and things of that nature. So that's like the biggest thing because even as this grows, we've been talking for the last year and a half
Okay.
because we knew that we've been sitting on something. So,
Okay.
our whole thing is if we do a show or have to go to a club, we in and out. We
I
can
could see you
celebrate on
opening
our
up
own.
for Outcast. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I could see you opening up for
I would love to.
Outcast.
I love Outkast.
Yeah.
Like I love. And I
Just the
think that big
energy.
boy.
The
Yeah.
I think
energy.
that big
Definitely.
boy needs to be brought up in more conversations. I think that
Yes.
everybody bypasses him for Andre, even though Andre is this enormous personality,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
phenomenal writer, but so is Big Boy in his own right. I love CeeLo Green. I seen a comment that somebody said, "Is this the new CeeLo?" And it's a lot of
A
comments of people
compliment.
trying to be
Yeah.
funny, but they're compliments to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have I love to work with anybody. Even the new LGBTQ artists. I think Lil Nas X is a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't do the same music, but I mean he's phenomenal in his own right. The same thing with Saucy Santana. I
Yeah.
remember when that first single "Walk 'Em Like a Dog" came out.
Listen.
That helped me get through some
Sis.
a hard time.
Right.
And I was just glad to see artists that me
That's dope.
and others have paved the way for on a national platform and receiving the love that they deserve because they're creatives too in their own right. And I think that it's time for LGBTQ artists to be more in the forefront because we've been behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
forever.
Yes. Even with a
MLK,
lot of
one of
your
his best
gospel
friends
songs
was
too.
gay.
You listen to a lot of
He-
your gospel songs were written by, the community.
Another
I
question.
can't never get the letters right, y'all. So y'all got to forgive me. I be trying to get the letters
Me
right, and I
neither.
just say, just a community, Lord.
Another question that I have. How long did it take you to get to this point of confidence that you display?
Mm.
Because the reason I asked because you say you're from the hood. So we already know the homophobia that
Mm-hmm.
comes in the hood. So what age were you when you said, you know what, this is me?
A lot
And
of
even
people
the
say
fight, I
eight.
gotta ask that. Even the fight, like having to fight through it too. If you can answer both.
My uncle was in a music group in the 70s, and my grandmother kept all of his like outfits and stuff like that. And when I was about 8 years old, I put one on and I went to the neighborhood dance. And people still talk about that till today. When I was in high school, I always dressed different. My nails were painted, my nails were done. My hair was whatever color I felt like it being. My grandmother really kind of nurtured that, even when, coming from a Roman Catholic family, it
Mm.
wasn't too much accepted.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of, I guess she let me just be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was, she always told me you didn't, you don't stick with anything. But she knew, like, with music, I stuck with music. So anything that was music, like I had two instruments, I had to play a Bach. I was Republican.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't a Bach, I wasn't playing it. Things of that nature. So I've been the same person for years. I've always been outside of the norm. I think I more so kind of started closing myself up when everybody wanted to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
It became a
it got
trend,
to the point.
right?
Yeah, it got to the point where like nobody just they wanted to be different so bad that nobody really wanted to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I just started wearing black t-shirts and jeans. Didn't really care about it. And the older you get, you really don't want as
Yeah.
much attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to express myself at a very young age. So I guess I've always been the same. A lot of people say that I've always been the same.
That's great.
I've always been a songwriter. My friend, I came from a group too called Bougie Rock, which I still represent. My friends, we are called the Bougie Rock Collective, and we are just a growth of that group. And it originated with Devious King, which is Clarence Sherrill, and Stacia Givens, which is Cadence the Million Dollar Baby. She was the star. Stacia passed away this year.
Oh,
And it's
sorry to hear
very
that.
hard for me, this past year, it's very hard for me to do this without her. And
Oh.
this has been a long road. We've all been like, if I played her for you, you'd be like, what the? But they weren't letting any females in at the time. She had been courted by everybody, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody was trying to let female rappers in the game. And I think about, like, with her passing away, like, just how hard it was for her as a woman, or as a woman of color,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do this, because I always thought, well, she's pretty, wherever Stacia goes, she's just they
Right.
just roll out the red carpet, and I always had problems with engineers, with the homophobia and stuff like
I
that.
was going
If
to ask you that
even,
question. I was just
hmm
I was just
even,
about to ask you that question.
hmm
Did have you had a harder struggle with people who had homophobia, whether it was working with you, the different engineers, or whether it was in the community, in the church, or whatever else? Have you?
yes, yes. Um, the most I've probably dealt with was probably trying to find an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's very hard doing this. If I go to the studio, I'm in regular clothes. I like to wear elastic. I do not like to wear things that zip up and tie around my waist. This is the open carry state, and I do openly carry, so I will put them on for those purposes.
Lay them
But
down.
I like to be comfortable. And when I get in, I guess the way I look, people perceive it as something different.
Okay.
So I'll come out, and once I start doing my music, it's like, huh? You know, and they don't want to deal with it. So I've had a lot of difficulty with um, people, let me see, people getting into it with engineers,
Mm.
people holding music, people making pushing my studio time longer than I'm quick. I'm in and out. I can do a song in 30 minutes, an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's easy money. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But when you're dealing with somebody, let's say, I can give you an example. I'm not going to
Okay.
call any names, but it's some of the music that's out now. It's
We
actually
gonna
the
pray
song
about
that's
that. We gonna
going
pray about that. We gonna pray.
the song that's going viral. The engineer that I was working with at the time, shout out to him because he didn't even have to do it. But there were times where, like, okay, I'll start and he'll stop it,
Mm.
and then start it back, and then he'll stop it, like, purposely frustrating me. And music, you have to be in a mood too, because the mood dictates your vocals too.
Okay.
So there's a lot that's to it, and I guess people think, they assume it's me, and I come in like, hey girl, I have this big personality, so people think, for one, that I'm not intellectually sound, which is a lie. For two, they think that I am passive to a certain extent, but I'm
I get it.
passive because I'd rather avoid confrontation nowadays. then run into it. You know what I'm saying?
That's me.
But I used to if you would have caught me 10 years ago, oh, I'm down with the get down, but I have nieces, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I have an autistic nephew, a nonverbal autistic nephew who's 4 years old, and we're getting long in the tooth. And if something happens to us, who's going to take care of them? So instead of going out here and being confrontational, I try to preserve myself, because I don't want my family to have to struggle any more than what they're going through. But as far as homophobia, yes, I still deal with it till today. Look at the comments. I still, I'm still, dabbling with engineers. I'm still, I've dealt with even internally on the gay side. I feel like I've dealt with more from them than I actually did the outsiders or the allies or the straight people.
That's surprising to me.
I could totally understand that.
That's very surprising.
I could totally understand that. Like how that. Remember, we agreed that I would not, Bergo. We agreed that I would not talk anything about church. Okay. Because I left the church.
You can.
But look, no, for me personally, being a leader in the church, I left the church and I got a lot of slack from leaving the church. But the people outside of the church support me way more than the people inside the church. So once I started drifting from the church, a lot of the videos and inspirational videos put up, people just start gravitating to them. But I feel like a lot of the people around you will try to suppress you on purpose. They'll purposely try to suppress you and box you in so that you only stay at their access, only at their need. That's my personal experience and personal.
And that's the truth. That is very much so the truth. With the girls, quote unquote, the LGBTQ community, when I came out and started doing this some odd years ago, that's why I say that I'm legendary, because I've been doing it for a long time. If you didn't look a certain way, there was a problem. They used to call me fat. They used to say I was on drugs. They used to say all of this stuff. And, back then I was a piece of work. Child, I get down with the get down. So, I was talking just as much shit back. You know what I'm saying? But in my, that's why I say this is full circle. In my growth, I've also learned, if you respond with peace, if you respond with education, because a lot of these people aren't educated. And that's where a lot of their ignorance comes from.
Even the trolls.
So, yeah,
even those trolls, half of them I think was in that class with only the coach, where they sat in the class all day by themselves with the coach.
What I would like to know, because you said you've been doing this for 20 years, what is something about the industry that you really don't care for?
The how it's turned into a machine. I think that back in the day, if you look at like the careers of like Luther or the Anita Bakers, there were many small labels, and there was more access to the radio. It was easier for talent to break in. Nowadays, there's a lot of nepotism. There's a lot of it's more about like right now and what's hot right now. So luckily, being, me being gifted, I'm able to adapt to that. I can write a song like that. It don't matter. And I've been able to, my sound is I feel like my sound is classic. So I can switch up with whatever. So luckily I've been able to avoid that. But I think that all of that leads to a lack of creativity. I think it leads to a lack of
individuality.
Really.
Yeah. I said individuality. It seems like everyone sounds the same.
Yes. There's no room for them to get in. And I see I'm always posting under labels like, hey, why aren't I signed yet?
Okay.
And I see these artists who are like, who have absolutely no talent, just and I'm sitting in a bed full of talent. There are singers, writers, we're all degreed, we're all trained musicians, and the only thing we want to do is actually make money off of what we love to do, but we can't because it's blocked by these people who lack talent and all of this. So that's probably my biggest thing, my biggest issue.
Let me ask you this question. Do you have a manager right now? Do you have a manager that's managing you, helping promote you? That's one question. As far as like that, and then do you book shows right now still and travel?
I am Bergo Husky. So Bergo No LLC, which is my business, is ran completely by me. I have consultants.
Okay.
So but we're in life. So my road manager is my best friend, but we can't. She runs a full business and she's a single mother. So I can't just like right now. You can't stop these people. You know these people have the talent and have the go-to and the drive to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but we still have to eat. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I can't just stop her from missing her car note or whatever. So right now I'm completely doing everything. But we all know who we are down to the security. So we have everything down pat. When I get the bread, they
Mm-hmm.
already know that I'm calling them and I'm paying them double whatever they're making and they're getting on the road with me.
So let me ask you,
So
let me ask you this question. Do
mhm.
you do any raps like twist or anything? Like speed it up, slow it down? Do you do anything like that?
I have a song called "What You Like."
Okay.
If you look on the second verse of "What You Like," it's sped up. It's sped up a little bit. I feel like all of the songs. If you go on my YouTube, that's where you can find most of the songs.
Okay.
Me saying going back to saying that I do everything myself, so I have to do split sheets. I have to do all of
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I still have to run a household,
Yep.
and we lost our. I lost the patriarch of the family
Oh,
towards
sorry to
the
hear
end of
that.
last year, which
Yikes.
was the last person I could really reach up to. I have no parents or grandparents. My grandfather, who was basically my father. So, and I'm the part of the family that has to do the obituaries.
Mm.
My aunt goes and she signs stuff, but I'm the one saying, mm-mm.
Right.
I'm the one that
Yes.
does all of that when
Mm-hmm.
there are emergencies. Like right now, my niece is staying with me. We had a family emergency,
Okay.
and I have a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom house. So I have extra rooms. So I have to go in and do that. So it's more that goes on in the background than everything. I'm very very family oriented.
Yes.
My village is my life. I am doing this. They came to me. People don't. I talked to my sister and certain spiritual people about this, but they came to me and they told me exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they told me in order to get through, I had to make sure that they were honored to get by. So that's why I'm so bent on honoring, the family structure. Honoring my ancestors. I know what's coming, and I know that it'll get there, but like I said, it's a lot of work, and I'm doing everything completely myself now. I'm hoping that the machine will see me. Like I said, I've been offered a deal, and I was courted by a label.
Okay.
Um, but I guess they went to whoever. They haven't done too much responding.
Okay.
But we had a long conversation. I thought the conversation was good. I think my story is enough. I think my talent supersedes my story. And if they don't reach back out, that's on them. Because I'm quite sure by the end of the year I will have the big machine. And not
Yes.
only am I an artist, this is not really my passion. I write R&B, I write gospel,
I
I
was going to
arrange
ask you that.
vocals.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
Do you do any singing or any of the tracks? I was just about to ask
No,
you that.
I have an ear.
Okay.
So I don't
Nice.
sing. I can hear and the artist can hear me. But can I sing? No. Mm-mm.
So let me
Do
ask.
I think I can sing? Yes.
So 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 'cause I know we got to wrap it up. I definitely want to talk to you business talk just outside of this. But where can people initially just find you? Where can a person go book you? How can they actually follow your music? Please let us know. Even, Instagram, TikTok.
Well, TikTok is Bergo Husky, so there's no underscore anything. Instagram is at Bergo underscore Husky. Instagram, you can reach me a lot faster on Instagram.
Okay.
TikTok is my biggest platform.
Okay.
And I see some stuff, but I'm still not kind of used to TikTok. I'm on Facebook as Twan Wall. On the Instagram page, you actually can find my email. That's where you can do all of my booking and stuff like that through me. Um, Also, there are some. Oh yeah, YouTube is where I post music first.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, so there's way more music on YouTube. All of the full videos are on
Okay.
YouTube. All of the music is on YouTube as far as this era, because Bergo Husky is a rebrand. So it's really YouTube. As far as things going on, I have some very big things going on.
Okay.
So there's a small documentary in the works.
Nice.
There are plenty more interviews coming up. I have um, a visual coming sometime soon, and it'll give you more of a perspective as far as me as an artist. I think I'm going a little bit deeper in my art. My partner, I got that itch again. Can I tell you guys this real
Go
quick?
for
Go
it. Go
ahead.
for it.
Okay, so I was we had already did like 100,000 combined with Have a Seat through various platforms.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, why hasn't it went viral? I think we had did like 50,000 on TikTok, and I'm like, why hasn't this went viral? And all of my friends always sing the part, I smell real good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always putting out the first verse. So me and my little cousin, who is an artist I developed too. Now he's the next like Kendrick. He is dope.
Dog.
So like I said, I'm a package deal. I'm
Mm-hmm.
coming with
The
guaranteed
talent.
money.
Mm-hmm.
If
Nice.
there's anybody, but it's guaranteed money. I'm telling
Okay.
you, the talent here is never ending. So we were sitting here having us some drinks and shit, and smoked my little blacks. And I told him, I said, I'm about to post that part of the video that it was New Year's, like the 20 something, like the 29th or the 30th or something. I said, I'm about to post this part of the video and see what happens. And if it don't work this time, then shit, I'm gonna have to go teach these kids to go back to a
Right.
call center or something, and I can't pick up no phone no more. And then for my masters, I want a master's in business. They want me to take some prereqs, and I just don't feel like it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm tired of undergrad.
All
So
right.
so I posted it, and next thing you know, it was like 100K in
Yes.
a day, and it just
I
kept
believe it.
going. So opened up so many doors, and I'm seeing so many blue check marks reaching out to me and
Mm-hmm.
commenting and things of that nature. And as I said, we did get an offer, but they wanted a lot of my publishing, and that's just
You
Right.
understand it.
I've been studying the business too, so that's just not going to fly. So I'm hoping that somebody, pretty soon reaches out
Oh, it's coming.
and we'll be in a
It's
better
definitely
position.
coming.
100%.
I love what you're doing. I love what you're
Thank
Seriously,
doing.
you.
you got the
And
support over here.
the reason I love it so much is because you can tell you're comfortable with in your own skin.
Yes.
And representation does matter, especially for the youth. And I'm so happy you're putting yourself out there like that. So these young kids who are experiencing or feeling like they need to hide who they are, see themselves. And I love that in you. And listen, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Preach, first lady. Preach, first lady. Let them use
Well,
you.
thank you.
Hey, and
Thank you so very much. And also remember this, I am loyal. So anybody who has reached out to me and provided any type of platform before, because I know what's coming. So
oh,
I
look
will
at that.
always come back. And if y'all call and they don't get through, they fired. That's just strictly what it is,
And I
because
love that.
that's how I move.
But we're here.
Mhm.
We're here in Las Vegas. So just so you know, we're out here in Las Vegas, and for you to be over there in North Carolina, we need to bridge the gap. That's
Most
just
Well,
straight
definitely.
across the board.
my bestie is trying to come out there, and I think like March. I haven't flown in years. I
Okay.
don't like flying because of
Mm-hmm.
my, you know, what I went through. Turbulence just messes me up.
Okay.
But I need to get out of here, you know. And the last time I was in Vegas, I hit, you know, I had spent my car note. So I'm for real, I had spent my car note. And I had about $20, right? Because my car note was $265. I remember it. I had a little red Nissan Sentra with some 15s in the back. You hear me before you see me, I guarantee. So I had spent my car note and got out there, and I got on them slots and made my car note back.
Okay, look.
That's that time I caught crabs, y'all. That's a whole nother. Look.
Wait, you caught him in Vegas? You caught him in Vegas?
No, I didn't catch him in Vegas. I actually went to the field. You know, I'm prior service military. So I went to the field, and I had forgot my shower shoes. And, I went through a lot of homophobia there, too. So it's like, no, you can't go get in. So I went and took a shower, right, without the shower shoes, with socks on, right? So one day, my ankle itching, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, then the next day, it's my inner thigh, right? Then the next day, my crotch is on fire. Do you hear me? So I took my flashlight, went to the porta potty, and look, girl, and I swear to God, it was a Alaskan crab sitting just right there feasting on me. You know what
on your nuts.
I was so embarrassed, and that the whole, like, all of the people I was with, they just thought it was the funniest thing in the world because I had to quarantine like I had COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I had to shave, and they gave me this special shampoo. I said never again.
Just walking in there with
It's been a pleasure.
When I go to public bathrooms, I'm Spider-Man now. So I'm telling you, I don't touch nothing.
I understand.
Nothing at all.
Hey, look, we gotta wrap it up right now, but we gotta tell you, this has been an honor of having you present on our platform. And being that you're going where you're going, we want you to know you got support. And to just reconfirm, there are people watching you that you don't think is watching you. So we found you because we're watching you, and watching you grow. And as you evolve, I encourage you to keep moving. Whatever you do, keep moving, because you are a huge inspiration. I'm a heterosexual man, and I do not discriminate. And I love what the hell you doing, period. Ain't no homophobia.
You had me on Amazon trying to find them glasses, baby.
This chick.
Girl, they at the local beauty world.
This chick. Don't tell her.
So they was sitting up there, right? And everybody was passing them because they was weird looking. So I'm at the beauty world, get my little box color and all this. And I seen those glasses. And I'm like, I'm going to wear these glasses in my video.
Listen.
So that's what I did. Most of my videos are straight. Like, this is Party City. This is my homegirls. Once my homegirls wear something to the club and post it on Instagram, they don't wear it no more. You know what I'm saying? So I have a box in the living room with pasties, glasses. Wait till you see the next glasses. City Trends, girl.
And we got to also give a shout out to your spouse, too, for just being a great person and a great support for you for where you are and where you're going. And to bring that peace of mind, what you're disclosing, because everybody needs happiness in that companionship. So we definitely got to give acknowledgement to that. We want to close out with one of your other songs really quick.
Hold on. You said acknowledgement to who?
Yes.
Your spouse.
Oh, my spouse. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you said my stylist. I was about to say, that's me, too. I'm the stylist. I'm the songwriter. You
the Jesus. You the North Carolina Jesus, the first, the last, of everything.
I'm tired. Tell them to come get me.
Hey, look, we love you. We appreciate it, but we definitely got to close out with one of the other songs. Don't hang up after this real quick. So wait. Okay. Good. Look, y'all check him out. Bergo Husky. We thank you.
Nigga, listen to it, nigga. Bump it, nigga. Close your eyes and imagine what this nigga saying, because this nigga spitting bars right now. You seen them videos. You hear them bars, nigga. And it's L, nigga. Straight from Chicago, nigga. You got any problems with that nigga said, holla at me, nigga. I'm definitely gonna come see you like I owe you some money, nigga. I'm gonna come see you like I saw you yesterday and I wanna see you again, nigga. That's what it is, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Popping up on your ass like a picture, nigga. Instagramly smack the shit out you. Got anything bad to say about my nigga? All right? Holla at you. Turn that shit up, man. Bergo Husky, nigga, straight out of Vietnam. That nigga, yo nigga, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever get it twisted, nigga. Disrespect that nigga, you gotta see me. Peace out.
Big Bergo. Big Bergo. Big Bergo. Big Bergo, Big Bergo, Big Bergo, Big Bergo. Big Bergo for show though. Put rap niggas in chokeholds. Your men be watching close. He wanna see me go to work though. I'm too cold, even though I smoke just like some purple. Y'all hurt though. I'm pushing through the door just like I'm Ergo. I'm so bold. Titties in the air thrown in a circle. I drop it low and bring it back, just like a photo. He Coco. Niggas wanna be on my track like I'm Toto. No, I see you boys. Bring me my Toto. Give me the coins, boy. I'm popular. I give you niggas life. They still acting like they don't see me come here, Caroline. And you niggas swore up and down he couldn't reach the height. But you see me killing this shit just like a homicide. They hating on them and obviously can't do it in secretly living the way that Big Bergo get into it. I'm the cream when it comes to the crop, that's why they drew it. Y'all is tripping if you thinking or not, you must be fooling. On the winner, baby, come on down, the winner's out. You see it? You see it? So lit, we ain't even gotta go, we bring the party out. You see it? You see it? Put your money on the winner, baby, come on down, the winner's out. You see it? You see it? So lit, we ain't even gotta go, we bring the party out. You see it? You see it? I don't know why you're seeking other artists, you bout to dollar.